Hey everyone, Matron here, bringing you another StarCraft 2 commentary, this time the third and final game in the best of 3 series between Liquid Tyler, spawning as the red Protoss, and EGMachine, spawning as the blue Zerg. EGMachine was able to take that first game, Liquid Tyler was able to take the second one. So, taking that first game, so very important in this best of 3 series, as Tyler was forced to pick the second map being the loser of the first game, and then EGMachine now gets to pick his favorite map as a Zerg player, picking Scrap Station for this final game, and he's going to be at a little bit of an advantage as Zerg players are able to throw down the fast expand quite safely on this map. So we'll see who's able to prevail in this best of 3 matchup. Machine has actually gone pool first in both of these games, so I very much expect him to go for a hatch here. It looks like we do have a pylon coming down here for Liquid Tyler, so we may see some sort of cheese. He may throw down some gateways here. It wouldn't really make sense to throw down anything else at this point. And as soon as the Overlord comes in here, EGMachine has got to be panicking a little bit as the first gateway is going down. EGMachine just creating more and more drones, up to 14 now in production. So not yet throwing down the pool. We'll see if he does throw down the expansion. Looks like he's going to save up for it. The timing's right. He's going to have the 300 minerals. So let's see if he throws down this pool after he sees nothing at the front door of Liquid Tyler. So it looks like he's delaying his hatchery. He does have enough minerals for it. Now he's going to throw down that hatchery, but the first, or the probe is going to come and scout it. And now he does not see any buildings. He's going to come down here, going to make sure that there's no pylon and forge going down for a fast expand build. And now he's going to try to wonder where the pylon, the gateway, or the forge are. He's got to suspect a little bit of mischievous cheese play here, as we see Tyler pumping out the first chrono boosted zealot. He does have enough supply to get out a bunch of zealots here. We see a canceled hatchery. So EGMachine flooding himself with money there, going to throw down that spawning pool as soon as possible. And it looks like he's now going to get out this hatchery as well, so losing quite a bit of minerals there, as well as time on that hatchery. I'm not really sure he could have gotten that spawning pool out much faster if he didn't cancel that hatchery. So no hatchery coming down, he's just soaked himself with minerals. He's up to 500 minerals. He's going to need that to pump out a queen, or perhaps two, as soon as this hatchery, or as soon as the spawning pool finishes. And he is saving up larvae for these Zerglings. So 6 Zerglings coming out, 2 spine crawlers going down. So well practiced at defending against this cheese. The 1 zealot and the probe going to try to defend before these 6 Zerglings, the 2 spine crawlers, and the queen come up. So Tyler's going to have to do a lot of damage. He did take down that spine crawler, no cancel there. So losing 150 minerals, EGMachine did. Now throwing up another spine crawler. Now 3 zealots coming in, 2 more streaming in. So going to be 5 zealots in just a second. Not really sure what Liquid Tyler is doing. He may be trying to take out the natural, but the natural is not there. He did not scout the fact that it was canceled, and now the Zerglings have popped. It looks like we're going to have some counter play from the Zerglings. 8 Zerglings moving across to Liquid Tyler's base right now. I would just go all in with these zealots. He needs to do as much damage as possible. He could get a surround on the spine crawler and take it down, maybe at the cost of 1 zealot. So we see zealots coming back to defend against the Zerglings. Zerglings moving across here, making sure no fast expands going up at the gold. And now the Overlord is going to spot these gateways, and not much damage being done by the zealots. So the spine crawler and the queen is going to fend those off, and very well defended by EGMachine. So we see Machine's got good Overlord placement here. He's going to be able to see all the important spots of the map. He sees the gateways here, his own base, the main base, and the natural of Tyler. So we see those Zerglings just pressuring against this main, going to force a number of zealots to be back here. Finally getting down the cybernetics core and the gas, so he may start warp gate tech. He actually needs to position these zealots very carefully. He cannot allow these Zerglings to get at this pylon or at these gateways. We do see a roach warren going down for EGMachine. No second base yet, so all of this off the 1 base. And especially after losing the minerals from the canceled hatchery, as well as the spine crawler, who was able to defend against this beautifully. So we see a few Zerglings making their way in here. Looks like quite a few of them actually went down. Not a very long game, so we're going to bring that to you here As you see Zerglings coming in, going to take on the 2 Zealots right now. So Zealots might need a little bit of help from these probes, doing a great job microing these Zerglings. Anytime one gets low, pulling back with them. So finally the first Zergling went down just about the time that the first Zealot went down. But these probes were able to come in there, save their Zealot friend there, only 20 HP left. And he's going to go after that final Zergling, take him down in 2 shots. Now finally a Stalker, but no sight here for Liquid Tyler. I'd like to see him place something up here, perhaps a forge and a cannon to protect this pylon, as once the roaches are out, EGMachine's going to be able to position roaches up here, shoot down at that pylon and unpower these gateways. Looks like he's going to scout up here, hide these Zerglings at least, and now Tyler's going to move in quite the army, 950 to 250, but again, these spine crawlers and the Queen is something he's going to have to deal with. Queen does not have enough energy for the transfuse. Needs to try to pick off that Queen. Not really sure why he's being so passive with these units. Looks like he is seeing the Zerglings move out. Could make a line with these Zealots and try to hold position and block the movement of the Zerglings. Instead, he's not going to do that. He has no Zealots in his main right now, so he does not even have Warp Gate tech. He's going to have to retreat with all these units to try to defend his main, but EGMachine doing a great job yo-yoing Tyler's forces back and forth. Tyler could be pushing in here, such very little defense for EGMachine, but he's going to have to pull back and save his probes. Wonder about the placement of the gateway. Perhaps like to see it here to cut off access to the mineral line, as we see those probes doing their best to dance around using the mineral pathing trick, pathing through those Zerglings, able to take down a few probes here, but all those Zerglings are finally going to go down. But look at Tyler's army all the way across the map, such a long distance to travel back to EGMachine's base, and now this pylon is at half health and shields here, about to go down to these 4 roaches just as the warp gates finish. So 2 unpowered warp gates. Tyler's going to have to get some sort of pylon down here, maybe over here. He does have a probe in play here, so he could do just that. Like to see him do that before he gets up anything else, as the 100 minerals is going to buy him these 2 warp gates. Very good investment. We see Zerglings and roaches moving across the field now, pushing out. Tyler is supply capped as well, or at least he was, 47 over 42. Throwing down another gateway and getting, no, not getting a pylon up here, so wonder why he's getting up the gateway in the main when he could just get up the pylon. It would come in a lot faster and get him 2 warp gates. Throwing down another gateway, so I guess he's given up on these gateways down here, but wasting 300 minerals on gateways in his main when he could have just powered it up. As we see EGMachine now pushing through, he's got quite a nice army, 1175 compared to the 1600 of Tyler. Tyler's all bottled up here. Wonder if he's going to try some sort of timing push here, getting a number of sentries. These sentries have not been on the field for very long, so just 1 force field apiece from them. Just the 4 force fields right now. He's going to have to do a good job with these force fields, splitting the Zerglings and the roaches. Looks like he's going to come back into his base, split about half those Zerglings. Roaches are going to be able to attack these pylons, though, and it could side-cap him if he's able to take down these 2 pylons. So he needs to focus down these pylons. Do see that 4th gateway coming in. No pylon down here yet from Tyler. 4th warp gate finally coming in, doing a little bit of dancing around with the units for EGMachine, but those units are going to be trapped in the main now, so he's going to lose all those units trying to take them back here. And some good force fields going to protect those Stalkers. This one Stalker is about to go down as the roach looked like it focused it down. But this attack from Machine is going to be cleaned up. Tyler still at 1350 compared to the 600. So he could push out right now. He does have at least 2, 3, 4 force fields that he could use. As we see Machine rapidly trying to get more and more units, getting out 8 Zerglings right now. He's going to have trouble spending his money. He does not have 2 queens, so he's not going to be able to macro very hard. Looks like down here we see the roaches trying to take on the Zealots. The Zealots very powerful against these roaches. Roaches would like to take down those Stalkers as well as the Zerglings. Looks like we have a split from Liquid Tyler here. Forces in a number of different groups, and that's not good for focus fire. See the Queen coming up, perhaps to inject in the main. EGMachine down to these last few spine crawlers as well as some speedlings. Going to be able to take down that Queen. No, 9 HP. Tyler's going to be able to push in here. He's going to take the free damage, taking down this hatchery. A Queen did finally pop out of this hatchery. Going to be able to do an inject here. Quickly focus down. We see Zerglings coming from behind, trying to take down the Stalkers from Tyler. Tyler's Stalkers are able to stay up, We do see a proxy pylon being warped in. Still no pylon down here. It's going to bother me till the very end. He is going to be able to take down this hatchery though. And EGMachine's just down to 1 queen, these 2 spine crawlers, and has to GG, well played, and wishes Tyler good luck as he advances in this tournament. So very interesting 3-game series, some short games from the 2 players, but good micro and very good strategies from both players as well. Liquid Tyler able to come back and win 2 straight, as his Blink Stalkers did fail in the first game. Was just able to macro up really hard with gateway units in that second game, and then here he was able to actually transition from this failed cheese as he did not do much damage. Beautiful defense by EGMachine, but he was able to hold back, and that fight right here and the encounter when both armies were very even, EGMachine just lost most of his force, getting caught in here with a few force fields, and then Tyler was able to turn around and counterattack off these 4 warp gates. Should have gotten a pylon here. That's going to bother me still, but it was a good 3-game series. Glad to bring it to you guys. The first game, a little bit something different. Didn't mean to insult anybody, just having a little bit of fun there with my critics, sometimes saying I don't have much energy. So it did not mean any offense if I perhaps imitated some other casters, or if it was just a shitty commentary. So forgive me that one. Just decided to pump that one out, just have a little bit of fun. So hopefully it was a good 3-game series for you guys. I will go ahead and bring you more MLG Dallas action all week long as I download these replays and sort through them. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.